is funk. Thoughts deep, boys steeped in the depths that he sunk. Big stress, depressed in the middle of fall. Sky gray, I late in the thick of it all. I wonder, how long can a human survive just staying alive or carrying the rest of the tribe? Waiting for the day to arrive or struggling dies, and I be doing way, way more than getting by. So why? Cop myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Hey, cop myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Realize life is so much more than just living a day. Every day I can sit and reflect and breathe and connect to myself and all that I've been given. See, giving up is not an option. So when I'm looking at gray skies, I'll be adopting a new way to deal with a test. Lord, relieve me of stress. The rain be looking like when blessings dropping. And so I cop myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Hey, here we go. Yeah, let's do this. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. In times of test, let no harm beset me, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. In times of test, let no harm beset me, oh my Lord, oh my Lord.
Warning, the following image and/or content may be disturbing, offensive to some viewers. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. Happy Sunday, y'all. Happy Sunday. Yeah, happy Sunday, happy Sunday. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Appreciate y'all a whole lot. Yeah. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yes, 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 yes. I very appreciate y'all tuning in to the podcast today. Man, like always, we have a hell of a show that I want to cover for y'all today. We actually have a actual reaction on that I want to cover today. The reaction, it's not going to be like very long, but it is something that I want to share with y'all that I found interesting, and I believe that y'all gonna find interest as well too. Now, this reaction we're gonna talk about is gonna be with Kendra G, with her one dating single show last night that she aired. There's a particular segment of that episode that we're gonna want to talk about today. The reason why we're gonna talk about that is because the conversation and or debate that Kendra G and this other person or YouTuber, right? They had a conversation similar to what I was talking to y'all about last week about the beta male simp. All right. So without further ado, y'all, we first gonna get into this content. Sure enough, I see you in the building. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Bridget. I see you in the building as well too. Thank you. Appreciate y'all, appreciate y'all, appreciate y'all. And I appreciate each and every last one of y'all who are catching the replay of the stream too. Yes. Yes. Appreciate you, appreciate you. So without further ado, we first gotta get into the content because like I say, it's not gonna be very long, but I'm gonna kind of break this thing down about the whole conversation that's happening right now. So make sure you hit that thumbs up as you enter to the lounge, and let's go get into this content, y'all. All right, so as y'all know, Kendra G, she has her own dating show, right? Her dating show is pretty much a spin-off from what Kevin Samuels was doing, the late Kevin Samuels was doing. Those of y'all who don't know, Kevin Samuels, when he was alive, right, he used to invite different men and women onto his show, right, and he used to give them relationships advice, right. So Kendra G decided to do a spin-off from what Kevin Samuels was doing and literally transform it into an actual dating show where she be asking all these certain questions about the men and women, and then afterwards she instruct them to download her dating app. All right. So on this particular episode, Kendra G had came across a young 24-year-old. This young 24-year-old is actually a content creator too. All right. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hear this conversation. And like I say, I'm going to be stopping it. I'm going to be breaking this thing down, giving y'all my perspective about this. And also, this is going to tie into the conversation that we had last week, talking about the beta male simp as well too, right? So let's get it.
I see your room. Get into the, wait, you are young. How old are you, sweetheart?
I'm 24.
20. Okay, you old enough. Young, you want me to call you Young?
You can call me YND.
YND is your name?
Yes, ma'am. I'm a content creator, so I go by YND.
Okay, YND, you're 24. Where you calling me from, babe?
Cincinnati, Ohio.
Cincinnati, Ohio. How old
Shout
are
out
you?
to Ohio.
24 years old.
24. What do you do for a living?
I'm a technical recruiter, but the main things I really do is content creation. So I'm a dating coach on YouTube.
Okay, so you're a dating coach. So are you here to find somebody? Because I'm not here to help you promote.
Yes, ma'am. I'm here to find somebody. It's not for promotion.
So
You know what? Every time when I hear Kendra G say that to, other content creators that come onto her platform, I cringe on that. The reason why is because Kendra G did the same exact thing with the late, great Kevin Samuels. Kendra G literally went on to Kevin Samuels' platform to promote herself, to promote her. At the time, she was a journalist, right, doing a syndicated radio talk show. And she literally went onto this dude platform and did the same exact thing. Crazy.
if you're a dating coach, I would assume
I call this the crab in a barrel mentality, by the way.
you would already have people, no?
It's easy to find. Yeah, it's easy to find women. Very easy to find women. It's just the type of woman I'm looking for. That's where it's kind of difficult with the lifestyle of being a content creator and filming and stuff like that.
So what do you do as a dating coach then?
What do you mean?
Exactly what I asked. What do you do as a dating coach?
I'm teaching guys how to date,
Oh, you're
but
teaching men. You're teaching the men.
yeah,
Okay, I'm
yeah,
trying to
yeah.
get
So
my.
I'm kind of like I done took over kind of like the red pill type of stuff. I'm not red pill, but I done kind of took over like the dating scene basically. So I'm
All right, so basically what he's saying is that he is similar to my style. I cover a lot of red pill content, but I'm not a red pill content creator. All right, I'm considered as a purple pill content creator. So it's safe to say that Y&D is similar to me as well too, as being a purple pillar, but cover red pill content.
I'm teaching guys how to date
Guys,
successfully,
my
so it's
salute.
easy for me in a lot of regards. But when it comes to like finding a specific type of woman that I'm looking for, when it comes to because right now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to build with somebody when it comes to content creation. So I'm kind of looking for somebody that's on the same page as me, like into content, filming, and that's what gets real difficult because a lot of women they just don't understand that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
So I want to be clear. You're not here for promotion. You're here to truly find a somebody.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So
Now here's another thing too. I had checked out YND YouTube channel, by the way. This dude has over 21K followers. All right. So you could safely say that he's not here to promote at all, period, because he don't need her promotion. Because he's doing exceptionally well with his brand right now. You know what I'm saying? So once again, I don't understand why she do this, why she had this crab in the barrel mentality when she in fact did the same exact thing.
YND 24, Cincinnati, Ohio. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Leo.
Leo. Do you have any kids?
No,
No kids. And I'm assuming you've never been married, right?
no, I've been married.
Oh, you have been married. When did you get divorced?
2023, so a year ago and some change.
How long were you? How long was you married for?
It was about 3 years, so I like to say 2.5 to 3 years running.
So you got married at what, 21?
No, I was 20.
Okay. You have no kids, correct?
No kids.
So why'd you get married so early?
Uh, I just thought it was right, at the time. You just do what you think is right.
So why'd you get divorced?
Didn't see eye to eye on some things. I like to do things my way, and she didn't. Her family was like overly involved, and I had some family members that was trying to be overly involved as well. So, it just I can't be controlled. So I was like, I don't like ultimatums and things like that. So I said, yeah, we done with this.
Yeah, so I could agree with him on that in a lot of ways. What those of y'all who been following my content, right? I'm very transparent about my past relationship history and stuff, right? When I was married and got divorced, then after my divorce, I went into the dating market and all that good stuff. So I'm very transparent on that. One thing that I could relate to him on is that in my first relationship and or marriage, I did got married young. I got married when I was 23 years old. And it was for the exact same reason as he was saying, because he felt like that it was right. I felt like it was right, and I felt like it was the right moment to do that. But oh boy, boy, was I all the way wrong. Now, keep in mind that, even to this day, what I'm saying, I respect my young children's mother and stuff, right? I still respect her and all the stuff there, but it was just one of those moments that it just shouldn't have happened, but we just kind of made it happen. And, we just took an L on it, you know what I'm saying? I took an L on it, she took an L on it, it just is what it is. It just is what it is. But let's continue.
Okay. You got some paid questions, child. Dehande said, you still got Similac on your lips. How the hell you gonna teach someone how to date?
So how do y'all feel about that? How do y'all feel about that? Do y'all feel that it should be a certain age range for a person to educate or teach them how to date? Or do y'all feel that age is nothing but a number? You know, you can learn at any stage of life about dating and relating and stuff. How y'all feel about that? Let me know in the chat right now in the comments, all right?
Is he? That's a real question.
That's a real question.
Oh man, look, whoever that is, tell your girl to hit me up, and I'll show you.
Tell
Damn.
his girl to hit you up.
Yeah, whatever girl he crushing on, he could tell her to hit me up, and I'll show him how I can teach him how to date.
Okay, so whatever girl you want, he said, send her his way.
Yeah,
And he will tell you
and
how.
I'll show him how it's done.
Okay, all right. Well, let me get more into your business. YNG 24, Cincinnati, Ohio, is a Leo, no kids, was once married, is an online creator and a dating coach. What kind of woman are you looking for?
Whew, it's a long list. I'll say just to start, keep it simple. I'll say submissive and cooperative. That's like the big thing.
So you're not finding that along your dating journey.
I find it in different aspects, but not exactly with what I'm looking for with what my lifestyle brings, which is different than a lot of people, right, doing this like content stuff and filming. So yeah.
Because you want her to be submissive, cooperative, and also a business partner. Like you want your relationship to be like you want an internet relationship, basically.
Somewhat, yeah, somewhat. And at the very least, I'm open to different, versions. But I'll say this: she at least got to be okay with what I do. So what I found basically was before I was a dating coach, dating was easy. Once I became one, and then I'm telling women that, and they see what I do, and then on my channel, like I bring girls on there. That's where the problem comes in. A lot of women have a hard time separating the business aspect of what I do from real life. You get what I'm saying? So that's that.
So how y'all feel about his perspective on that? Where he said that he's looking for this type of woman that she want her to be cooperative and submissive. All right. And also, he's talking about his lifestyle as a content creator. Part of his lifestyle as a content creator is that he bring on various women and they have a conversation about dating, relating, and different things like that. And at the end of the day, he's not doing nothing with them or anything like that. All they are is just business partners and stuff. So how do y'all feel about that? Do y'all believe that that's something that he should do? Or that's something that's practically nothing wrong with doing? I'm going to give you my perspective on this, all right? So, look, if you could go into the workplace, right? You go into your workplace, regardless of where you're working at. I don't care if you're working at Targets. I don't care if you're working at a corporate office making six figures. You're always going to meet diverse people there and diverse genders as well, too. So, if it's okay for that said man to go into the actual workplace and deal with other women there, should it be also okay for him to deal with women with his profession that he do as a content creator? I say yeah. I say that it should be a level of maturity there where the woman knows that this dude is not going to want to do nothing to jeopardize their relationship. He's going to be around with women all the time. Matter of fact, even when you look at like celebrities, you look at athletes and stuff, right? Hell, you can look at politicians, anybody who is on a higher social economical level and stuff, right? You're going to run across different people that's going to be attracted to you based on your social economical status. That is what it is. I have found even myself as being a content creator on YouTube and on other platforms as well too. You know what I'm saying? Now I find myself dealing with, various people who try to flirt with me on here, you know what I'm saying? And they know that I'm married. And I put it out there that I'm married. Hey, I'm married, you know what I'm saying? But yet some still try to flirt with me. I've been on panels where other women will get on the panel when I'm on the panel, and they'll literally try to flirt with me and try to analyze me or try to psychoanalyze me to see if they could try to, slide into my DMs and holler at me and all kind of crazy stuff. But that is part of the wrong process. That's part of who you are as being a content creator. That's part of who you are being a celebrity. That's part of who you are, even working at a corporate job, you know what I'm saying? Because it does a certain energy that you bring to the table where people will be drawn to that. You know what I'm saying? But the one thing about it is that you have to be disciplined enough to understand that, hey, regardless of all these opportunities out there and stuff, right? I'm still committed to that one person. And the last part about that, before we continue, is that you have to give that person the security, knowing that you're not going to do nothing to these other said people. Facts. That you're not going to do nothing at all, period. You know what I'm saying? You have to build that up. You have to build that level of loyalty and trust with wherever person that you're in a relationship with. I'm just saying. And Scorpio, I see you. I'm just working right now. I see you, Scorpio. Salute. And salute to everybody who is in the chat right now. I appreciate you a whole lot. And salute to everyone who is catching the replay as well, too. So let's continue.
That's like the main problem.
I want to jump in because some people are saying I never claim to be a dating coach. So just FYI, I don't claim to be a dating coach. I don't claim to be a dating expert or relationship expert. I have said this 10,000 times on my show. I'm a journalist that created a dating show to allow people. Now, I've been doing my show for almost 5 years. So after talking to more than 10,000 people for 5 years, you can share data and information. I do that at times, but I don't claim to be a dating coach for those that are trying to say that's what I do. No, I give single people an opportunity to come on my platform to expose themselves to the World Wide Web of the people that follow me and a chance for them to meet a somebody. Will I give feedback at times? Absolutely. Because like I just said, you hear so much in the 5 years of hosting this show. So let's be clear. Now back to you. Okay, I just wanted to add that in there. All right. So
All that what she said was totally and absolutely irrelevant. But thing about it is that the reason why she said that is because she's trying to establish her dominance over her show. All right. Which in a way, I could kind of get it. I understand it. Well, when you running a show, you will get other people that come onto your platform that they can want to take over, your platform, that they think that they're entitled to do certain things to your platform or change the whole dynamic of your platform. So in a way, from one content creator to another, I get it and I understand it, but at the same time, it really wasn't relevant to what he was talking about.
So what are your deal breakers?
Uncooperation. If you crazy, too many mental health issues.
What are some? Give me some examples of crazy girls you've run into.
Damn, Kendra, you gotta give him time to finish his statement. Lord Jesus.
Yeah, so like for me, like after I lay it down, a lot of times, like not a lot of times, but sometimes, like some of the girls, like they done popped up at my house, like unexpected. That's like crazy. Calling my mama, calling family members and stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like that stuff. Nah, that's crazy. Can't be like that.
I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of my cousins, that's my followers, they think that you're clout chasing and just trying to promote.
Why she keep repeating this over and over and over again? Once again, to be honest with y'all, I actually had watched this show last night, so I already know the outcome of what's going to happen. But what's happening is that the chat is constantly saying, "Hey, it's a red flag. This dude's up for clout chasing." It was even people in the chat said that this dude was either recording or doing a live stream while he was on stream with Kendra, but that was a lie. He wasn't streaming or anything like that. He legitimately came onto her show. They have a conversation with her about dating and relationships. You know what I'm saying? But you know how people are. You be having new old thirsty beta males that be in the chat and stuff. For matter of fact, it was a lot of thirsty beta male chats. Thirsty beta male that was in the chat. So they're talking about Buddy right here.
I believe everybody's entitled to their opinion, and I can see why they would think that.
But that's not the truth.
No, it's not.
Okay. Should the girl look a certain way?
Yeah, for sure. I'm big on I like thick women. Like the last woman that was on here, I
Yes.
like how she looked, but it ain't got to be just like that. I'm kind of open. My predominant preference, I would say, is black women for sure.
Okay.
Uh, I'm about 6 feet, so it kind of don't matter most of the time, like the women's height. Uh, I do
It never
prefer
matters
natural
to a
looks
man.
though, like natural hair and stuff. Yeah, that's really the main thing. Straight teeth, you got yeah, straight teeth. I love fingernails, like getting your nails done like the right way. You know what I'm saying? So I like that. That's like the main stuff.
So real quick, I'm just curious. What do you teach the men? Can you say you teach men how to date? So what are the issues that you're finding that men have when it comes to dating?
Um, a lot of guys, I mean, they just a lot of guys is just down bad. I mean, they have a hard time dealing with women's like flakiness. So a lot of women like they cancel on dates. A lot of women just use guys for attention and free dates. If they do go, then they
Wait,
don't.
oh, are they telling me you're recording? Are you recording?
No, no.
Okay. All right, continue.
Yeah, that's her chat once again set up her being haters and stuff over this dude talking about he recorded, he's streaming when he's not. I even went over to his page while they was doing that, and he wasn't recording that out or doing none of that. So
Yeah, and then a lot of women. I mean, a lot of women just have a lot of options compared to most men. Not me, but a lot of men. So then it's like the women usually have a hard time, like this it's this new guy popping up every day. It's a new guy, you know what I'm saying, through dating apps, through social media. So that's usually the problem that a lot of guys are dealing with. It's like they can't get a girl to be consistent with them. That's usually like the biggest issue.
Someone made a good point. Do you want the girl that you're trying to date to call you YND?
Nah,
Then what
nah.
is then you should be giving me the name that you want the girl to date you by.
see what's happening right here is that the people in the chat once again they're being haters, right? So what they doing, they sit up here trying to manipulate Kendra to get this guy actual name so they could go ahead and dox this dude. All right. That's what they're trying to do. And what's weird about it is that Kendra's sitting up here trying to push this as well too. And she should know, as being a fellow content creator, she should know the whole entire game, especially with the chat. And one last thing is that she should understand that everybody in her chat is not friends with her on the chat. So she shouldn't even be taking advice from the chat at all, period, to be honest with you. That's one thing that a content creator on YouTube say all the time, and I honestly agree with him on the sentiment. This content creator name is Maine the McMahon, all right? He always say that there's no friends on YouTube. To be honest with you, in a huge sense, I agree with him on that because there were no friends on YouTube. Because the reason why is because on YouTube, how the way things work out on YouTube is that as long as you are doing things that people like, then they're gonna be cool with you. The moment when you step out of and doing things that people don't like, and guess what? They're no longer gonna be cool with you. Next thing you know, they're gonna be striking up lives and doing lives on you and stuff, right? Doing reaction videos to your video, making up all kind of crazy narratives about you. That's because you did something because they don't like, or said something because they don't like. So once again, I'm just saying all this is because as Kendra G, being a fellow content creator, she should understand the assignment of what the chat do because I'm be transparent and real with y'all. A lot of situations that happen with these, like, especially like YouTube beefs and stuff and doxing and stuff, it starts with the chat. Just to be real.
Like, because you're looking for a relationship, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So wouldn't it be, shouldn't she call you by your name?
Yeah, I mean, my name is D. Like yeah, that's my name, D.
Okay, so I'll call you D. Um, okay, so one thing I was just curious to know how it works. So you're saying men are having a hard time with women being flaky.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what? So I just want to know a lesson. How do you teach them to? What is your method of fixing that for these guys?
A lot of guys. So it's two things. A lot of guys, the women are flaky because they're not direct and concise with what they want from the girl, like what they're actually looking for. So that's number one. I try to teach guys to be more direct and concise with their plans and what they're actually looking for with that woman. And then the other thing is just playing a numbers game more. Like a lot of guys are lazy, you know what I'm saying? So they just want to approach like
Facts.
5 girls, and then when one flake, they want to kind of complain about it, you know what I'm saying? When really you gotta, no
Hmm.
matter who you are, you gotta talk to a lot more women than that, you know what I'm saying, to really get something set. So teaching guys to play the numbers game, getting over their fear of rejection, just going out here shooting their shot a lot, just teaching them how to build confidence, stuff like that. And then the other side is being more concise with your words. Like I'm big on having a good mouthpiece and stuff like that,
Hmm.
articulation and things.
Okay, got you. All
And that is everything that I did when I went back out into the dating market. Because you got to not only have a good mouthpiece, but you also have to know how to articulate yourself. You have to know how to capture the conversation because we know that it only takes 3 minutes. That's all we got is 3 minutes to talk to a woman. That's it. 3 minutes. We got 3 minutes to impress that woman. That's it. Now, after that 3 minutes, one or two things are going to happen. Either the woman is going to accept us and go ahead to learn more about us, or she's going to reject us. Most cases dealing with men, I don't care how the way you look. You could look like me. You could look like Buddy right here. You could look like the perfect dude, all the way up to the average to best dude. One thing for certain is that we always going to get rejected by women. It is what it is. It is what it is. And so what he's saying, I agree with him, is that you have to teach men to have that confidence where if you do get rejected by a woman, you won't be up in your feelings and start acting like a damn beta male or acting like a simp. Like I was saying last week on my podcast talking about this. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I agree with him on that.
right. So the last question I have for you was, should she look a certain way? Should she make a certain amount of money?
Nah, she just gotta have something going on. I don't, a lot of guys they'll be like, I don't care what women is doing. I do. You gotta have something going on. You know what I'm saying in your life. Like you gotta have some sort of education or working some sort of job, some sort of goals. I don't really care how much you actually making because I already make enough as is, and we can grow and build from that. But you got to be doing something. That's a red flag. You ain't got nothing going on
Okay. Could she have kids?
for a relationship.
That's what you're looking for, right?
Okay, I'll just make it sure because I can dibble and dabble, but nah, nah, no kids, no
So
kids.
are you saying that you would date a girl that has kids, but you wouldn't make her, you want to grow into a relationship?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So
Now, this is when the conversation started coming into a debate because Kendra thinks like a modern day woman. All right. As old as she is now, she still thinks like a modern day woman. She have a modern day woman mentality. What do I mean by that? She believed that any woman, regardless if you have children or not, should be acceptable for a man to date and marry. That's what she thinks and that's what she believes in. Remember when I was telling y'all this last week, I told y'all that I believe that a man who is single should not date a single mother, period. Unless he's trying to do it for recreational purposes, meaning that he just trying to smash her and be done with it. Before us getting into a relationship with her and marrying her, he should not do that, period. The reason why I say that is because that man who is single do not have no commonality with that woman who's a single mother. He don't. Because she is on a whole totally different level. The level that she on is her taking care of herself and taking care of her kids. And so she basically is looking for a sponsorship or she's looking for a man to sponsor that relationship that she got with her said child. That's what she's looking for. Now, it would be more beneficial for that single mother to talk to a single father. All right, meaning that a father who already have children. The reason why is because they got a commonality together. They both have children and they both have a higher level of expectation versus that single man who don't have children. So once again, I agree with him on that. I agree that if you a single man, no children, you should not talk to a single mother. Period.
so what are you looking for? Are you looking to date or are you looking for a relationship?
No, I'm here because I'm looking for. I already date. I got a date after this. I'm looking for a relationship. That's why
You're
I got
going
it.
on a date after you're done talking to me?
Yeah,
So you're trying to recruit more women to date.
yeah, because like I
I
told you,
mean,
the
why
biggest
not?
problem that I get now that I'm a
Hey, and also, you see how immediately she started having a problem with this, right? To my, oh, you're going on the date right now, so you basically trying to recruit more women. You see the wordplay that she used, but keep in mind that she is the one who created this dating show. She created this data show purposely for what? For the person who comes on here to have multiple choices in dating people. So why in the hell is this an issue for him? That he's on this show and he gets off the show. Maybe people are holler at him, maybe not. But yet it's still he still got a lot of people lined up. It's people who came on her show had people lined up as well too. So what's the difference? What's the issue on this? None whatsoever.
content creator and I've been doing this for a year. The biggest problem is when I tell women this and they see it, so they start playing games. Like they try to like outmaneuver me or something because I'm a dating coach, or they feel weird because some of my content I bring women on there and they have a hard time separating. You see what I'm saying? Like the business from what's real. Like they think I actually want those girls because of that, or they just think too deep about everything. That's what I'm saying.
So
Instead
the
of just
girl you're going
focusing
on a
on me.
date with, this gonna be the first date, or have y'all been on a date before?
This is the first date.
This is the first date. So you're preparing. So you want to find another girl just in case she decides she can't handle you.
Yeah, yeah, you gotta play the numbers game. Well, I'll be boo boo the fool if I just went out with one
Do
girl
you
at a
think
time.
women should date like this?
Absolutely.
Okay, fair enough. All right, let's do the Kendra cam.
What that is, I'm sorry.
That's when you stand up and we see your full body.
I'm just flabbergasted that she believed that this is a problem where both men and women are doing this right now. And to be honest, she the one who's encouraging this through her dating show. I mean, not only she's encouraging this through a dating show, she encouraged people to log on to her dating app to increase their possibility of dating multiple people. So I don't understand why this a problem for her. This so weird. Salute Albert and salute Gary.
Okay.
They're telling me that you're streaming. You said you're not streaming right now?
No,
I'm not
he's not
streaming
streaming.
nothing, Kendra. This is my first time ever being here.
Okay, all right. Okay, I gotta take. They're telling me you're streaming, but I'm gonna take your word. All
I'm
right,
not streaming.
D. So D's 24. What's the age range you want to date?
Uh I'll say 18 to 35.
Well, you gotta say 21 is the youngest you could be on my show and say
Okay, I got you. 21 to 35.
21 to 35. All right. When was your last relationship?
The marriage. So 2023, June.
Okay. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
What's today? Thursday. Thursday.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So did you spend the whole day with her, or you just had sex with her?
The latter.
So, and if she's not the girl you're going on a date with tonight.
Nah, the girl I'm going to date with tonight is the first day. I just met her.
So what's wrong with the girl you had sex with on Thanksgiving?
So why is this once again a problem for Kendra? Well, once again, people are doing the same exact thing. Both men and women are doing the same exact thing. Buddy just transparent with what he's saying. He just being real. Like, hey, you asked, I'm gonna tell you. The last time I smashed was on Thanksgiving. I gave her something to be thankful about. I'm just saying. So why is that shocking? I don't get that.
Nothing wrong with her. She just got to go through the vetting process. I mean, it's just the beginning. That was the first time.
Ooh, child, you're the dating coach. So this is how you're telling men how to date.
Yeah, you got to play the numbers game. I would tell women the same thing.
I would just ask this: if you, how are you ever gonna be focused? Give a person enough time to see if they're worth your attention? Because I feel like with this type of dating, if you always feel like right now, you have a date after the show, you haven't even met, you haven't gone on this date yet, but you're
Hmm.
already preparing yourself to meet somebody after her. So it's like, to me, it seems like you're gonna forever, if one girl does something that you don't like, you're just gonna move on to the next. And I think long-term relationships that I have talked to, they stick around and they go through shit together. It's not always sweet. All the people that you see married in long-term relationships is them sticking around when the going gets tough. And to me, it seems like for you, you're not trying to stick around with anything. Like,
Listen to Kendra logic behind this, okay? Now, first of all, we can safely say that the logic that Kendra is using is an emotional one. She's using her emotions to try to dictate this dude's particular lifestyle. Now, Buddy never said that he's in a full-blown relationship with the woman that he's with, or even the woman he had sex with. He never said that. He never said that. He said that he got options. That's it. All he doing is exercising his option as a man. He see a woman and he just going out there and smashing her. That's it. But she's sitting up here equating that as though as he's in a relationship with these women. He's literally telling these women that, hey, I want to marry you. Hey, I want to marry you as well too. He's not even saying that at all, period. These women are those options that he doing right now. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. But she trying to make it seem as though there's something wrong with what he's doing. Weird.
you
Woman
was with a
logic.
girl on Thursday,
Tony,
you got a
salute.
new date 2 days later, and now you're on the Worldwide Dating Show looking for more women to put in queue. So I don't think if somebody
Listen to what she's saying too, that he's on the worldwide data show to put more women in queue. Hence, the whole point of her show. The whole point of her show is to put women and men in queue, right? The whole point of her dating app is to put men and women in queue. So what in the hell is the difference between what he's doing and what she's doing? Boy, I tell you, the double standards is
want something serious, you would be the guy to date because you're already proven that you're going to keep it moving before you even meet her.
No, I disagree. I just got a different vetting process than most of the population.
But
You
you're
know,
not, and that's fair, but you're not even giving, like, you're not even giving a woman a week of your attention, right? You're not giving, which is short in itself. But if you're not willing to give one woman a certain amount of time of your undivided attention, and you're just, I can see if you didn't like this person, and that's one thing, right? But to me, your pattern shows that as soon as a woman does something that you don't like, you're just gonna move on to another woman.
ain't God damn it, Kendra. Ain't this the whole point of vetting? Isn't this the whole point of the vetting process? You talk to a potential person, right? If that person doesn't qualify for what you're looking for, you move on. Women do this all the time. Men do this all the time. So what the hell is the issue with this?
yeah,
So
absolutely.
if a woman wanted something, I think my observation, if a woman wants to date and just nothing serious, you're the guy for her. You know, date, have a good time. I think you're attractive. But if she wants something serious, you're not the guy.
No, I disagree. I disagree. I'm both guys, and I can tell you why. So, one, the one. So for me, this is how I move. I'll just tell you straight up. Women have to earn the right for me to even care about being like, compassionate outside of normal human decency. So I'll treat anybody with respect, right? But for you to get to a place to where you can do something to me that's actually messing up my life or my livelihood, and it's a riff or like a bump in the road, and then I'm like, okay, we're gonna work through this. That ain't coming in the first 2-3 months. The first 3 months, that's a probationary period, just like a job. I run my stuff just like I do with my job with recruiting and sales. First 90 days, if there's any issues in that, you're gone. I only deal with girls. It got to be 100% cooperation from the jump. If it ain't that, then
And I agree with Buddy on that. I agree with him because that's the whole point of the vetting process. Look, there's a scripture in the Bible that says this. It says simply that you don't want to cast your pearls among swines. What they're simply saying is that you don't want to give your all right off the jump. The reason why is because you have some people out there that will take advantage of that. They'll take advantage of that and they'll use you, they'll abuse you, and they'll set you to the side and keep you pushing. That's what they'll do. So you don't want to give out everything to a person. And this is not only for men, but this also for women as well too. You don't want to give your all to that person in the probationary stage of the relationship because you're still vetting each other. Facts. But once when they had earned that level of trust with you, right? Once when they earned that level of respect, then you could take it to phase 2, then phase 3, or however more phases that you have, and to the point that you want to marry that person. So once again, I don't understand why Kendra G is not understanding this concept. A matter of fact, Kevin Samuels had this similar conversation with Kendra G on his platform, and she was giving him the same pushback. Crazy as hell. But yet and still, Kendra G loved to try to use Kevin Samuels' talking points and rhetoric to try to school other people, but she don't even believe in it herself.
You gone.
Well, you date like you're the prize.
Buddy is the prize. Why is that hard? Oh my God. Why is that hard not to understand, man?
That's like a abstract concept. People can argue.
Because
we
let
both
me say
the
this
prize,
too. You
so-
also, okay, it's one thing if you're dating this way, but I don't know, you tell me if I'm wrong or not. Do you require these women to have sex with you during this non-committed relationship process?
Absolutely. Yeah, of course. They wouldn't even be around for 90 days if they don't do that.
That's stupid. This is really dumb. Any girl that does that with you is stupid. She's going to agree to have sex with you. So that means she's basically auditioning. That's dumb. It's
I-
dumb because the whole point is this. And men say it time and time again. Whenever a woman comes on my show, and here's the deal. I have conversations with husbands, and then I have conversations with men like.
All right. Before she get to this ridiculous rebuttal, right? Every man and women, deep down inside, require for that said person that they really want to be with, right, to have sex with them. I don't know why this seemed like a shocker to Kendra G. A matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that Kendra G had literally opened up her juice box to a lot of dudes in her past. I'm pretty sure of it. For the simple fact that she requires sex and men require sex. Now, the difference between the two is this. With women, they want to make sure that they could trust that dude to open up their juice box to that dude. Meaning that making sure that this dude don't got no STDs or anything like that, because women know that they're going to have a emotional attachment to the said dude that they open up their juice box with, right? Men, on the other hand, we don't think like that. We be thinking that, hey, long as you cool, long as you're a cool person, whatever stuff, right, and you respect me, then heck yeah, I'll have sex with you. But both people in their mind be thinking about having sex with each other. Whether it's 1 day, 2 day, a week later, whether it's a month later, whether it's past the 90-day probational period, everybody be thinking like that. That I want to have sex with this woman or man. For you to deny that, it is something literally wrong with you, for real. I ain't lying. Especially as being a human being. Because that is how the way we built as human beings is for us to have sex with each other and for us to procreate.
Like you, and there's no judgment. But what I've come to terms is husbands, they value their wives. They look at their wives as, and I'm thinking of like 5 different men who have been married. And of course,
this part that she's talking about right now, this is the critical part of the live that I'm going to talk to y'all about. The reason why is because we had this conversation last week talking about the beta male simp. And towards the end of the show, I had directed attention to talk about how men who are married are actual beta male simps as well too. But I'm going to let her continue and I'm going to let him rebuttal and I'm going to give you my point on this.
Life ain't perfect, so they going through things, but they look at their wives as a piece of their life that if she left, they couldn't imagine, right? They're like, she fits a puzzle that no other woman can fit in their lives. Then there's men like you who I think you aesthetically have the attractiveness.
Absolutely.
You tall, you have the height in your favor, who date as in you got to be the woman to catch me. You got to lock me down. You just said if the girl's not your girl and she's not having sex with you, why would a girl have sex with you?
Real quick. I just seen your comment. I kind of put it up there, but I actually read it, Faith. You said we're built to have sex with one person, though though a husband or a wife. That's biblical. Now, we are built to have sex with people one at a time, right? But however, we are also built to have sex with people, period. Well, if he's dealing with that one person, you only dealing with that one person, and you deal with that one person for your rest of life, or it could be a polyamory or polygamous relationship where you're dealing with multiple people. We just built that way because if that wasn't so, then it wouldn't be happening right now. Now, I know y'all may disagree with me, especially those of y'all who are religious and spiritual and y'all believe in monogamous relationships. But we are built to procreate, period. Whether it's with one person, whether it's with two people, whether it's with multiple people, however the case may be, we are built to be that way. Because if that wasn't so, that God would have literally cut off a man's sperm count where he no longer could want to do a sperm count. That sperm count will only last with that one woman that he chooses, and that's it. But it's not like that. As soon as a man end up ejaculating into that woman, right, his sperm count resets. It rebuilds itself up to a certain period of time. Then once when it rebuilds itself up back to a certain period of time, he got his sperm count right back up again so he could repeat the process all over again. Same thing with a woman who have her egg as well too. Her egg is only for that particular moment. Once when the sperm be assimilated into that egg and create life, she create life. But the only difference is that woman had to wait for 9 months or longer before she could want to procreate all over again. But guess what? Even within that process, if that woman choose to, right, that woman could choose to still have sex with that man while she's pregnant. Or she could choose to have sex with multiple men while she's pregnant. That is totally up to that woman's choice. Remember, her body, her choice, right? So we are designed to be that way, whether it's with one person or with multiple people. I'm just saying. I'm just giving y'all the real on it. Now, am I that type of man who agree with having multiple women at the same time, having sex with all these different type of women and dealing with polyamory and polygamous relationships, whatever? No, I'm not built that way. But there are other people who are built that way.
She's not your girl. Like, that should be a requirement off the jump if she wants a relationship.
Well, one, I'll say this: they do it all the time. And then the second thing I'll say is that most of the dudes you probably thinking about is weak men. So I don't know no man.
Pause. These are very successful men that also, I'm happy you said that. They're actually very successful. A lot of them have a lot of money. And that's one of the reasons, hold on, pause. That's one of the reasons why they don't, because they have so much to lose. See, a lot of you guys don't got shit to lose. So that's why you be around here with so many different women, because you're not worried about losing your business or losing your reputation. These are men that have way more money than you. Not trying to be funny, but you call them weak. So let me just break them down. They have way too much to lose to be sleeping with different women every single night that can come back and blow up their whole entire shop. So I mean, listen, if
I call bullshit on that.
That's bullshit.
These same type of men that she's talking about right now, they do have way more to lose. All it takes is for them to do one thing that their woman or their wife don't like. Guess what? That woman is going to divorce the hell out of that dude. Not only is she going to divorce the hell out of that dude, she's going to get what I call a severance package. Depending on what state she live in, she's going to get alimony or spousal support. And if they have children together, guess what? She's going to get child support. And depending on what state that they live in, right, 9 times out of 10, in most cases, the woman be rewarded more than that man because the woman carries that child. So that dude had way more to lose as well too. So that is absolutely bullshit what she's talking about.
That's bullshit.
That is the reason why the divorce rate is high in this country right now, is because of how the way she think.
the one thing that's in your favor is you're honest. So I respect that. Any woman that signs up with you knows what she's getting into. But these are not weak men. They're actually very strong, successful men that have a lot of money in the bank.
Well, I don't, and Kendra, I say this respectfully. I enjoy this dialogue, by the way. So, same respect you giving me, I'm giving it to you. I don't care how much money they make. So, money don't make a man, strong or weak. So it's more about the mindset. So, I'm saying the fact that you saying that the way that they would talk about their women is they can't live without them, like it's some sort of Michael Bolton tune or something that they living out every day. That's not what a man would do. See, I know I could live without any woman. You see what I'm saying? So that's the problem for me. Just here.
See, what his rebuttal is, he's dealing with the difference between an actual man and a beta male simp. Them beta male simps are the ones who feel like that they can't live without a woman. They feel like that they got to be in a relationship all the time. But real men, we know that we don't necessarily have to be in a relationship to be happy. Okay? We don't have to be in a relationship to be happy, nor we don't have to be in a relationship to enhance our social economical status. Only them beta males think like that. Only them beta males say, I need a woman to help build me up to the man that I need to be. That's beta males that think like that. Beta male simps. Real man, we are about our purpose. We are doing everything possible to fulfill our purpose as men without the use of women. Now, if we just so happen run into a woman who provides a service, or as y'all call a help me, right? Then that's different. Then we're more than willing to welcome that woman into our immediate reality. Facts. But other than that, we don't necessarily need that woman for companionship. The only other exception to the rule is that, like I was stated earlier, is that we are built to procreate with each other. Now, if I'm trying to leave a legacy, or that man trying to leave a legacy behind, then of course he's going to need a woman for that. But for his companionship, no man on this planet, once again, no man on this planet, I don't care about your nationality. I don't care about your race. I don't care about your religion or anything like that. No man on this planet should be sitting up here saying that they need companionship with a woman. Period. Because they should already be self-fulfilled by themselves. That's facts. Other than procreating, that's it. Now, if you choose to want to be with a woman for that reason, then by all means do it. But don't let your reason because you feel like you're lonely, you need to be fulfilled and different things like that. Because you should already be fulfilled within yourself, and you should already be fulfilled by being a man of God. That's it. That's all you needed. Hell, a matter of fact, and we're gonna get back to the content. A matter of fact, based on the biblical Bible, right? When God created Adam, right? Adam was already happy and fulfilled with what he was doing. Before God created a woman. He enjoyed what he was doing. Adam never asked God for a woman, period. It is nowhere in biblical scripture that Adam asked God for a woman. God decided to give Adam a woman for the reason to be a help me and to procreate. That's it. But other than that, that dude was already happy with doing what he was doing, fulfilling his life and living this life, naming things and doing all this stuff and being in the fellowship with the Most High God. Likewise, right now, as a man, right, you should already be happy fulfilling the purpose of you being in fellowship with the Most High God, if you believe in God, right, and fulfilling your purpose as a man, just living life, period. Understand? But let's continue.
Hearing that. I don't care how much money they make. To me, that little rhetoric of like, you make a certain amount of money. Like, I'm a six-figure earner. I've been making six figures since I was 21. That doesn't validate me or make me feel any better. That's just what I make. You see what I'm saying?
Listen, at the end of the day, I respect your viewpoint, and and I stand by what I said earlier. Husbands, that's how they talk. Men like you who don't, you was once married. I don't know what happened in your marriage. But we could go further. You said your piece.
Well, I think that shows that I'm willing to marry. You know what I'm saying? So that's what
I think the biggest thing that you expect a woman to have sex with you, knowing that you're dating other women and knowing that she's not your girlfriend, to me, that's where it'd be different if you're like, I'll date a woman who's like, I'm not gonna have sex with you if you're sleeping with other
Oh, by the way, the echo and the static that's coming on their part. Okay, that's not on me. All right.
women, but you're like, you won't even date that woman.
Well, women only do that when they don't like you. So like you saying
That's
all of this, but in the real life world, like when you go out with a girl, women will ditch everything that they think as soon as they meet guys that they actually like. Okay, and all the women in the chat, they know it's true. They go out with guys and they'll lose all the rhetoric that they watch because when they meet a guy that they actually like, not only do they do it because they don't want him to leave, but they themselves want to do it. So the one thing that I always tell guys is
Facts.
how much women enjoy doing the do just like men. So women do this all
Facts.
the time. It don't matter what you're saying. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just saying like they doing it. So I ain't got to worry about no girl not
let me
doing it.
see if
And
we're
Let me ask y'all in the chat this right now. The ladies in the chat who are watching the stream right now. Those of y'all who are either single, you're dating, or you even married, right? I want y'all to go back to memory lane with me real quick. The moment when you seen that man, right? Did you know right off the bat that you wanted to have sex with that dude? The part of you already knew that, hey, I want to smash this dude. I want to just give up my juice box and I want to smash this dude. But I want to make sure that I could trust this dude, that we on the same page, because I don't want to give up my juice box for this dude if this dude is weird or he got some weird stuff going on or whatever, right? Do y'all think like that? I believe that y'all do. I honestly believe that y'all know right off the bat with it, like I told you earlier in the stream, we only get 3 minutes to talk to a woman. That's it. 3 minutes to talk to a woman. 3 minutes for that woman to decide if she want to continue talking to us or not. That's it. 3 minutes. And I believe within that 3 minutes, the moment when that dude walk up, the moment when that dude walk up, the moment when the woman look at that dude, I believe right off the bat that woman body would tell her, like, yeah, that dude is handsome. Yeah, that dude is beautiful or whatever stuff, right? Or fine or whatever rhetoric y'all women use, right? And within that mindset, right, you already want to smash, but you want to trust that dude. I'm just saying. I think so.
we're still
am I?
echoing.
Okay,
Oh, we have an echo, so I will continue with you. Yes, I don't know what's happened. You said you're not recording. Why we have an echo?
I
Hello.
don't know why it's doing that. I'm not recording nothing. I don't even stream. I don't stream.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. We have so many paid questions. I will say this. I will give you that. You're absolutely right. And women got it just like I was telling, like the him. Women need to stop doing that. Stop throwing out your standards for the guy that got a big penis or a lot of money, because what happens is men are not going to take you serious when you come with your standards for them, because there is truth to that part. I will definitely give you that. All right, we got a lot of paid questions. I want to continue with you, but do you want the paid questions for you?
Absolutely. And
Oh, real quick. WPS salute. Welcome to the lounge. Well, whenever I get people that want to pop up and troll, I just troll them back because it's great content. But WPS say this. That is not Kendra G in the picture. Just like I'm pretty sure that your profile picture that you got is not you as well too. But I appreciate you. I appreciate you noticing that. I appreciate that a whole lot. Now, Fake Sheep, she says this. She said women obviously enjoy sex. However, Urban, most of the time women aren't sexually satisfied like men. Yes, we know if we want to sleep with you, that doesn't mean we will abandon our standards. And look, I can rock with you on that for real. I can. I can rock with you on that. I agree with you on that. I do.
I just want to say one thing on what you just said, real quick. I can you hear me clearly?
I can.
I totally disagree with the part that women should not do that. I think women should do that. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. And I actually think
Hold on, you think a woman should agree to have sex with a man knowing that he's having sex with other women?
yeah, because they having sex with other guys.
So a woman should agree to potentially get an STD or get pregnant by a man who's not her man, even though he's having sex with other women. You think a woman should agree to that?
So no, but let me add this in there real quick. Sex.
Do you see how Kendra G trying to twist stuff around to fit her narrative? Because at the end of the day, she knows she agree with what this dude is saying because she know that she done did this. She know good and well that she met with a dude and she smashed that dude. She know good and well that it was one point of time in her life where she just needed to get her rocks off and she just went to a random dude and they went to a lounge or a bar, whatever. He took her out on a meal and gave her a 5-star treatment and she smashed that dude the same night. So stop the cap for real.
Does not automatically, and I was just having this conversation today, sex does not automatically equate to a pregnancy, to a STI. It's not that difficult to get somebody tested. It's not that.
Condoms every time you have sex.
Yeah, absolutely. That's part of my program. Yeah. Nah. Yeah, got to.
Well, I would say this. There's something called oxytocin, and when a lot of times, like you said earlier, this is why women have to be more careful on who they give their vagina to, because you said earlier you have crazy girls. And I'm assuming I don't know, you tell me if I'm wrong. Are these women you once had sex with?
Yeah.
Okay. So when a woman has sex, oxytocin is released. And it usually makes her like the man more. And sometimes the opposite happens for the guy. He's been working so hard. He's being the guy because he hasn't gotten your vagina yet. So as you get more connected, the goal that he had switches off. So now it transfers. The woman is like, oh, I really want you. I really want you because it's the oxytocin that got released during sex. And you, because you kind of already hit it, may not be as interested. So it's
Let me explain also about the oxytocin thing that she's talking about, which I agree with her. That is true, but that's partially true. Oxytocin also get released when a woman is on giving birth, during childbirth, right? And also oxytocin is released during the initial stage too. So it could be as simple as a woman looking at that man and become attracted to that man. That's why oxytocin is released within a woman. That's why I was saying earlier that women already know whether or not they want to sleep with that man or not, or want to have sex with that man, because of what Kendra G is talking about, which is the oxytocin. The moment when that oxytocin is released, that woman already know that she want to do something to that dude. Her little juice box kitty cat already tingling and stuff that she want to do something. But the thing about it is that women want to be emotionally connected to a dude. Even if it's a one-night stand, they want to have some type of benefit behind it, some type of emotional connection. That's why these same type of modern-day women, fellas, that's why these type of modern-day women, they want you to wine and dine them. They want you to take them out on these high-level dates and stuff, right? Because it's the oxytocin. They want to get something out of it. If they get something out of it, then they will be willing to have sex with you.
It's not in the woman's favor. No, you can look this up about oxytocin. It's not in a woman's favor if she wants a serious relationship to create a soul tie with a man that she might not be able to have a serious relationship with. Now, be clear. I'm talking about serious relationship. If a woman is just wants to have fun and that's what she wants, don't really want nothing more, then okay, that makes sense. But I don't think a woman should agree to knowingly have sex with a man that is telling her, oh yeah, I'm sleeping with other women too, and she should be okay with that.
Okay, so I disagree with the whole thing. I would call that societal programming, like that whole pair bonding, oxytocin and oxytocin, all that stuff. I don't care how many bodies a woman got. That means nothing to me. So, because you can pair bond and be connected. There's people right now that got 30, 40 bodies. They in long-term relationships. There's people that got 2 or 3, and she can't keep a man to save her life. You see what I'm saying? So, to me, there's no consistency there to say that sleeping with anybody is going to make you better or worse when it comes to pairing with somebody.
No. I'm talking about when we said the woman went crazy. I'm telling you why she went crazy. That's
no, they was just crazy.
No, it's a scientific fact. You can look it up. That's why women get more emotionally connected after they have sex. You can look this up. I'm not making this up.
No, I know where you're getting it from.
You can just understand why some women, as you're saying, goes crazy after sex. Now, I'm assuming you don't.
All right, the WPS. All right, you do understand that there are two different words. One word is oxytocin, as what we're talking about right now. The other word, what you're talking about, is oxytocin. Them are two totally different words. Go look it up. Them are two totally different words. Oxytocin and oxytocin is two totally different words. Okay? All right? So, yeah.
Don't mind if she's sleeping with other men.
Of course not.
Okay, fair enough. Let's get to some of the paid questions because there's a lot of them. There's so many. I don't know if I can read them all. I'll try. SEA said, well, no, I think it depends on the type of woman you're dealing with. I think your pool is attracting your kind. So, okay.
I've
Kendra,
talked
he's
to hundreds.
recording. He's
I'm
recording.
not.
Go back and watch.
I'm not recording anything, Kendra. You're gonna see this. I ain't recording nothing.
Okay. Emotional Cancer said, let's hear from his ex-wife. This is a to me red pill.
Me and her, we still in contact. We saw each other not that long ago. So
Y'all still have sex?
Yeah, we did.
Was that the woman you was with on Thanksgiving?
No.
Ooh, child. So you still sleep with your ex-wife. I don't know. You seem very transparent. How many women are you currently having sex with?
Why is that her business? Why does she want to know how many women that he's having sex with? Now keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that this is Kendra G's normal dating show. She already asked her vetting question. How you been sexually active? He already answered that. Yes, I have. Now, for us, the bodies, that is not her concern whatsoever. It's almost as though it's Kendra G is up here trying to audition herself for this dude. It's weird, if you ask me.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I had to sit down and think about it. I know over the last month, I slept with 7 different women, new women.
In the last month?
Yes, ma'am.
Look how she's looking. Look how her emotions trying like, wow, you slept with 7 different women last month?
Okay. And all these women know that you're sleeping with this amount of women.
I mean, they don't know that because they don't ask. I just give the information
Well,
that's necessary.
now.
That's fine. I'm living in my truth.
Okay. Willis Wilson said, facts, women act brand new depending on the guy situational. I can agree with that. I said that to you. I can agree with that. And that is a reason why. And again, I don't claim to be a dating coach, but when you talk to people for almost 5 years, you hear men's assessment. And that's one of the things I hear the most is men get mad at women's standards because they feel like the standards only apply to certain men. So I've heard that before, and that's a point I will give you.
Well, I think guys who wait to sleep with women are weak. So I would call them beta males.
A guy that waits to sleep with a woman. So how fast should a guy have sex with a woman?
It's not necessarily a set timeline that I teach, but it should be what he wants. So like if you're trying to sleep with a girl on the first night or the second night and she says no, she's not that type of girl. For one, that's BS. She's just doing that to you because she don't like you. But
hold on. There are some women even that don't have sex on the first night.
Yeah, because they don't like the guy. That's the only reason they do it.
That's not true. You can't say that. That's not.
That is absolutely true. The reason why a woman do not want to have sex with that dude on the first night is based on what we said earlier. If she's not attracted to that dude, then she's not going to want to have sex with that dude, period. Nor she's going to give that dude the time of day, period. I'm just saying. It's likewise the same way. Let's flip the script. Let's say that it's a woman who's trying to talk to a dude, right? Guess what? That dude is not going to give that woman the time of day if he's not attracted to her. I'm just saying.
I can't say it. It's true.
But there's women that are married to men who they did not have sex with on the first night.
Yeah, and hold on, I got you. And she leads the relationship. So I'm gonna tell you why. If he wanted to do it, that's an instruction or like a leadership. He was trying to lead it to the bedroom. She told him no. So once he did sleep with her, you can sleep with women like that. But what you're doing is you're submitting to women. So the whole relationship is already set on the foundation that you followed her lead. She told you when you was going to get it. You did everything to get her.
It's supposed to be the other way around. If you're the leader, she's supposed to be doing stuff to get you. So when you say it's time to go into the bedroom. That's when it's time to do it. If
Now, this part of the debate is very critical. The reason why is because this is going strictly to the content that I did last week. Talk to y'all about the beta male simp, especially beta male simps who are married. All right. So what he explaining is this: if men are built to be the providers, protectors, and leaders, right? That providing, protecting, the leadership should be established right in the beginning. But what he explaining is this. He explaining that what these beta male simps would do is that instead of them standing firm on their masculinity, instead of them standing firm on their leadership ability, right, they choose to do the latter. They choose to surrender their leadership, surrender their masculinity, and give it to the woman so they could get what they want to get out of the woman. And therefore, the relationship already started off chaotic from the beginning. That's why these beta male simps be in these relationships. They be unhappy. These women be using and abusing them. These women be putting them in the friend zone and all kind of crazy stuff because they literally surrender their leadership. As a man, you should already establish right off the bat your expectations for that said woman, respectfully. If you that type of man in this scenario that you feel like that you want to sleep with that woman on the first night, then you need to establish that right off the bat. I want to sleep with you. If she agree to that, fine. If she don't agree to that, fine. Keep it moving, keep it pushing until you find that type of woman who agree to your set standards. It is that simple. But she don't agree with this.
she doesn't do it, she's uncooperative. She's not submitting, which is fine. That's her right. But you need to walk away. That's what I tell guys all the time. And so what they don't realize is when you get resistance in the beginning from a woman, like in the beginning, you trying to sleep with her the first night, second night, especially knowing that all women, they done slept with some guy fast. I don't care what they say. The fact that she's doing that, she's setting the relationship up on her terms. You slept with her on her terms. That's a no-no. That's why she's never going to cooperate 100%. So you can get married to her, but she the one that's got the pants on in a relationship. So I'm not trying to deal with that.
Facts. And everything that he's saying is how the way her alleged friends are right now in marriages, because in her mind, she believing that they're having a successful marriage. But in reality, what's happening is that them husbands are nothing more than beta male simps. They be cooperative to their wife. They literally just surrendered their power to their said wife so they could get things in return. And the thing that they're looking in return to get from their wife is respect and to have sex with them. This is the reason why also the divorce rate is high as it is right now, because of these beta male simps. It's because it gets to a certain point where these men will literally say, "You're not respecting me. You're not respecting me. You're not my piece." Am I lying? Where you literally say, "You're not my piece. You're not respecting me." And then the women in return will say this: "You changed. You're not the person how the way you was when I first met you." Because the person how the way they met was a beta male simp, where they literally surrendered their power to that woman in the beginning, when you shouldn't do that as a man.
Okay, let me jump in. So I want to say this: I'm not a married woman. So the things I'm about to talk about are from successful marriages that are very close friends and things that I have learned from marriages. I really feel sad for this current generation because you guys really have no clue about marriage. Everything you just said is about leading. I pray for you in life that no hardship ever happens to you, because
Why is what he's saying such a bad thing when that's how the way it's supposed to be? And here's another thing too. She believe in this concept as well too. She believe in the concept of God, man, wife, children, correct? At least I'm hoping that's what she believe in, right? So if she believe in that concept, right, believe in that hierarchy, right, why is it hard for her to accept the fact that men are meant to be the leaders in a relationship? Why is that hard to accept? I know the reason why it is because based on feminism, right? Feminism teaches women that whenever you submit to a man, then what you're doing, you're getting your power and you're getting your respect and your dignity taken away from you, which that is not true. There are cases where you deal with men who are narcissists, who have behavior issues, who literally take advantage of that. I can give you that. But that is not majority of the population of men who think like that or have that type of behavior mindset. All right?
Because you're speaking like you're 24 years old. God forbid you get with a woman and yeah, you're up. God forbid you get into a car accident and you can't work anymore. That woman's going to have to hold it down. Marriage is a partnership. And this is what's being lost because men have.
Hell no. If y'all listen to her saying that marriage is a partnership, that's some absolutely bullshit.
That's bullshit.
Marriage is not no partnership. It is not. Marriage isn't a partnership. Marriage is not even a business as well, neither. Now, he even mentioned this, said that he runs his relationship as a business. I don't even agree with him on that because you shouldn't even run your relationship as a business. You shouldn't run your relationship as a business or partnership or nothing like that, period. Because when you look at it from that perspective, that's the reason why the divorce rate is high as it is.
Have these egos
Russ,
so
salute.
much that they keep saying a man has to leave. Well, life happens, and as you live life, you're gonna learn that. And things go up. You could lose your job. The girl gotta hold it down. She could lose her job. You gotta hold it down. That's what marriage is. It's a partnership. It's about two people coming together to hold each other down. But a lot of this is being lost in this art because you, as a dating coach, are teaching men egotistical shit. And that's why I said you're not. I mean, listen, if you want to date, you're right, a dating coach. I don't see how you're ever going to last in a marriage with that mindset because life happens. There's no guarantee that God is not going to humble you where you're going to be in a position where your wife got to hold it down. So all this rhetoric about you being the leader is just bullshit. You want to find a person that you could rock out with life with, and life goes up and down. And this is why the internet has ruined so many relationships because that one piece people don't want to talk about. But I pray that you never have to experience hardship and that you can be this man to hold it down as the way you're speaking. But live a little bit longer and maybe you'll learn otherwise.
You know one thing about this is that she's sitting up here talking as though it's everything that he's saying is just wrong. And she's saying this based on her personal anecdotal experience, right? And I want y'all to understand this as well too, is that Kendra G is not married. Kendra G is not only not married, Kendra G is technically not even in a successful relationship. But yet and still, she's doing the same exact thing of what this young man is talking about. She created a syndicated dating show to help people find relationships. But yet and still, she's not married. She's not successful. And on top of that, she's sitting up here basically teaching men how to be beta male simps. That's basically what she's saying. Instead of educating and teaching men about their proper place as being leaders. Now, the other part about it being toxic and dealing with narcissism and all the stuff there, I agree. I rock with her on that because you don't need to deal with men who are like that. You don't need to deal with men who are narcissists. You don't need to deal with men who are literally dealing with men who don't know about their purpose, who are not about their purpose or anything like that. You don't need to deal with them Pookies and Ray Rays or nothing like that. You don't. You need to deal with a man who is about his purpose. You need to deal with a man who actually is a leader. But the only thing about it is that the disconnection happened is that you deal with women like Kendra G, who feel like that her anecdotal experience is the advice that you need to follow, instead of it being at least a consideration. Even with this young man right here, I'm not saying that you should fully follow what he's saying because I don't fully follow everything what he's saying, but I agree with some of the points what he's saying. It should at least be a consideration or the possibility thereof. It shouldn't be, this is final. You got to agree with me. And I'm going to pray that one day you're going to agree with me. No, that ain't how that works.
Can I respond to that or you want to keep going?
Absolutely, you could respond.
My response to that, and you might be a little surprised, I'm a lot more nuanced than you probably think. So everything you just said, there's nothing in there that I disagree with. But what I would say is how you start right, is how you're going to finish. So from the beginning, when I hear you talk about leadership and like a woman holding it down for me and stuff, like, yeah, that's the whole thing. You would want a woman that would do that for you. Like, I'm not
DJ
opposed to
Salute,
that.
welcome.
I have no ego, by the way. I have no
Wait,
ego.
pause. The reason I went there and I let you talk and I got to jump in, that's not what you just said. You just said that a woman that does.
Look how Kendra is doing him now. She's sitting up here being argumentative, not allow him to finish his point or nothing like that. But yet it's still, the dude is being really respectable to her and everything.
That means the woman's leading the relationship, and I will never let a woman lead
She
the
is.
relationship. So that's why that's not true, because a man could lead. I'm gonna give you an example of what I'm thinking of. One of my friends married an athlete, so he's million plus, right? When they got married, he got injured about a year and a half into their marriage, and then she had to step up. So he came in, if you want to say the leader, yeah, but then life happened, and not only did he lose his career, he lost the mindset. You know, a lot of things come with that. You know, the ego, the cheers. You didn't make it as far as you thought within your career. So you're dealing with just not money loss, but she had to step up and hold her husband down while they had to go through that phase in their marriage. So I would never agree with, I understand what you're saying as in leadership, but the people that I know that are married, they have partnerships, and sometimes different people may lead in different parts of the marriage.
Yeah. So, and again, my articulation of it,
She just killed her own argument. Crazy. She just killed her own argument. She said up here saying that the people that I know who are married, you know, at one point in time, they end up on leaving the relationship or whatever, stuff like that. The reason why is because of what we're talking about right now, based on that leadership. When you don't have a man who's not about his purpose, when you have a man who's not established his leadership, not in a way, once again, let me reiterate this, not in a way where it's toxic or toxic masculinity, but he's doing it in a way where it's respectable and he's establishing himself thereof, then why not that woman would submit to him? The reason why is because, once again, these type of modern day women, they listen to women like Kendra G, who's not married, and give them advice about how to be married and how to be successful in marriage. They listen to this modern day woman ideology, right? This pink pill ideology, right? To say that it is okay for a woman to literally be a feminist. It is okay for a woman to enter into a relationship as a partnership, not as companionship, right? They say that women are equal to men as well too, instead of understanding that it is a hierarchy. That's why the relationships aren't successful. Even the people who she's talking about, their relationships aren't successful, because you can listen to what she's saying that their relationships ain't successful, but she's trying to use that as though that's a flex when it's not.
I wouldn't call that leadership, but as far as like the specifics of what you're talking about, I think all of that is fine. All I'm saying is this, plain and simple. If a guy's desire is to sleep with a woman on the second night and she says no, when we get to the bare bones of it, that is a woman being uncooperative with what the instruction that you're giving. That's as simple as what it is. And if you keep,
hold on, pause. I want to make sure I hear you clearly. So if a man wants to have sex with a woman on the second date and she says no, you consider that uncooperative?
Yeah, because he gave her an instruction. She said no. That's what that is.
On the second date, whatever it may be, you feel as though a woman should, at that moment, if he desires. Now, second date, she's not his girlfriend. She probably doesn't know what they're doing on the second date. She should be willing to have sex with him.
So this is where the overlap comes in, like the conflating what I'm saying, because what I'm saying is different than what you probably ever heard. So let me say this. No, I got you. I'm about to answer you. She does not have to do anything she doesn't want to do. What I'm telling the guy is she did not want to do what you wanted to do. Walk away. That's all I'm saying. She can do whatever she wants. I don't care about it if a woman don't want to do it.
So why is that so hard for her to get? Why is that so hard for her to understand? If he wants to, once again, in this particular scenario, right, this dude is out on a date with a woman. His expectation is that he wants to sleep with this woman. He's not playing no games with her or anything like that. He literally put it out there like, hey, I want to sleep with you. I want to have sex with you, however way he said, right? If she says, no, I don't want to do with that, what is wrong with him saying, okay, and walking away from that? What is wrong with that? This is the same concept about what women say, my body, my choice, right? Now, if that same dude would have forced himself on that woman, guess what? There would be in a Me Too movement. There'll be in a raping situation as well, too. So it's better for this dude to use emotional intelligence, right? To tell that lady his expectation right off the bat, what he want to do. Hey, I want to have sex with you. She said no. Cool. I'm walking away. We done. It is that simple. I don't understand why she's not getting this.
So you're saying on a second date, if a guy wants to have sex and the woman says no, you agree with her right to say no, but you are telling the guy as a dating coach to leave that woman.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, now
why
I
not?
understand why men are the way they are, because they got people like you they going to.
Well,
so why would this dude would sit up there and waste his time talking to this woman if she already is not being cooperative on something as simple as that? Why? Why would he waste his time? Because here's another thing too, and this dealing with beta male simps, especially when they're married, right? There's gonna be another one time where that woman is gonna exercise the same right again. Where she's gonna exercise that right where Buddy wanna have sex with his wife. She's gonna simply tell that dude no. Not because she's on a period, not because she's sick, but because she simply don't want to. So what is he to do being married to the woman and telling him no? What is he to do? Just to sit there and accept it and say, okay, I'll just ask you again next week if you want to have sex with me or make love to me again. What is he going to do? Y'all answer that to me.
Need to come over here more, because that's not why they are the way they are right now. They the way they are because they doing what you saying. So a woman to tell them no,
listen,
and they keep chasing.
I want to be clear, and I'm not a married woman, so I want to say that I'm not a married woman. That's why I'm talking about, and that's why I've learned in this scenario, the married men, I'm talking about, they just don't talk like this. I'm just being honest. The married men that I know have been married for years, successful men, all of them told me that their wives didn't give it up to them right away. And that's actually what made, that's actually what made her different, because they were so used to the women that you slept with in the 7 months, seven women in 1 month that just gave it up. So to them, it's like, okay, this girl has a different set of standards for herself. She's just not as easy, because on the flip side, some men look at women like that. Oh, I'm not going to wipe you up. You give it up to me on the second date. That means you might give it to somebody else on the second date. Now, can you get, but here's the deal. Can you get, do have one night stands turn into marriage? Absolutely. So that can be possible too. But I'm just thinking of, I got to go by real life examples of the men
oh my
that
goodness.
I know are married and still married and successful. They didn't have sex with their wives fast.
Okay, so
all right, but before I address this next situation, once again, appreciate everybody who's tuned into the stream right now. Make sure you hit that thumbs up as you enter to the lounge. I do want to address this real quick. DJ, I appreciate you. I appreciate you in the comments and stuff, but I want to address your comment real quick. You say this. My answer is this. This is getting creepy, asking a woman and expecting sex on the second date is creepy as F. So you mean to tell me, bro, man to man, right? Man to man. You mean to tell me that throughout your dating experience, now I don't know if you're married currently right now, I don't know if you're in a relationship right now, but let's just say, hypothetically speaking, right? You mean to tell me as a grown man that you never had the expectation of smashing a woman that you was hollering at when you met her? Come on, be truthful about this, bro. Be real. Be real. The moment when you looked at that woman, right, that you was interested in, or the moment when you looked at that person, because nowadays dudes go both ways and stuff. I don't know. I don't know your dating experience, but once again, whatever person that you was looking at, right, you mean to tell me that you wasn't sexually attracted to that person? You wasn't aroused to that person? You didn't have it in your mind that you wanted to smash that person? You never did that before? Come on, bro. I call bullshit on that.
That's bullshit.
The whole point of you being attracted to that person is for you to think that way. It is part of your biological nature as a man to think that way. It is nothing wrong for you to think that way. It's not. Now, some men out there are way more bolder than other men out there. In other words, they'll literally sit up here and tell them exactly what they want. They'll say, hey, I am attracted to you. You're sexy. You're beautiful. And I want to smash you on the first date. And guess what? There are women out there that literally agree to it. Guess what they will say? Guess what they will say? They'll say this. They'll say, I appreciate your transparency and your honesty. Let's go ahead and do it. And they'll literally give up their body to that dude just because that dude was that transparent and bold and honest. Say I'm lying. So once again, I don't understand why is this such a disconnect when we do this anyway. All of us had did this. Everyone who is listening to this stream had did this. And for you to say as a grown man that you never did this before, bro, you are tripping.
That's bullshit.
You're tripping for real. Unless it is something biologically wrong with you, because that is part of your biological nature to do that. I'm just saying. T, I see you in the chat. Salute.
First thing I say, like I said before, money is not a metric of being like a real.
Yeah, sometimes people they be getting on here, getting on on YouTube and stuff, right? Getting on here, they get in the chat and they believe since they're invisible and nobody don't know who they are and nobody don't know their personal life that they could get up on here and just say kind of crazy thing and think that they're not gonna be held accountable. Just like me as a content creator, I say all kind of crazy stuff on here all the time, and I hold myself accountable all the time for stuff that I say. But at the same time, I could back up what I say. I could be transparent about it. I don't have to lie about the stuff I say on here. I could back it up and I'll be transparent about it. But it be dudes and women on here who thinking that because they hide behind the chat, they could just say any old crazy thing and be lying like it ain't nothing. Be set up here telling a bold-faced lie. I never did that ever in my life. I never approached a woman ever before my life being sexually aroused and wanted to sleep with her. Lying ass. Lying like I ain't nothing. Boy, I tell you.
Real man for me whatsoever.
So what's the measure of a real man to you? I'm just curious.
I'm gonna answer that. I just want to say this real quick before I forget, because off of what you said, the second thing off of what you said, those guys that most men are weak. Like I would say 95% of men are beta males and simps, most of them. So just because you in a long lasting marriage does not mean it's set up in the order that it's supposed to be according to like the divine nature of God. So a lot of those dudes that you're talking about, they're still submitting to their wives. Their women are in charge of them. And the second thing I want to, and the third thing I want to.
So explain to me how their woman. So let me ask you this, because I'm gonna just use somebody. I think we will all agree LeBron James is very successful, right?
Yeah.
He's on record saying there's no way he could be as successful without his wife, Savannah. So do you consider him a weak man?
No, that don't make him weak. It's nothing wrong with appreciating your woman. I'm talking about you saying that the guys you're talking about, their wives made them.
But they say, hold on. They say the same exact thing LeBron James says. I just used him
as
an example because
it's nothing wrong with saying that. That's not what I'm talking about. It's the point. It's the part.
But LeBron James, hold on. LeBron James literally falls into the category of what I'm speaking of. He is on a record of saying he would not be where he is without his wife, Savannah. He's on record saying this. So how does it not apply to LeBron James, but every other guy I'm talking about?
I'm pretty sure that LeBron James has smashed Savannah early on in their relationship, just like every other dude. So what the hell is she talking about?
Who literally has said the same thing. I'm confused.
So I got you. So it's not that rhetoric. Like them saying that in itself is not bad. Right? There's nothing wrong with that. I have no problem with that. The part that I'm highlighting that we're focusing on that I don't want you to.
No, DJ. See, once again, you're not understanding the whole concept. You're not understanding the whole concept at all about what it's talking about. Buddy never said that he sent up her begging for sex. I never said that you should beg for sex on the second date. That never came out of my mouth. That never came out of my mouth. What I'm saying is this. If that is the expectation of that man to want to have sex with that woman and he presented to that woman and she denied, then he had every right to walk away, like he's saying to Kendra G. It is nothing wrong for wanting to do something. If that is what you want to do, make your expectation be known right off the bat instead of being these dudes who out there who separate play games with women. Women will contest to this. They'll literally say this. They'll literally say, you set up here playing games with me. You should have told me that this is what you want to do off the rip. This dude is literally being transparent and telling you that, hey, this is my expectation. I want to have sex with you. It is nothing creepy about that at all, period. People do this all the time. People have one-night stands all the time. Hell, it is women that do the same exact thing, where they'll be bold and literally have a one-night stand with a dude simply by throwing expectations out there. That's what they're saying. Now, he's not begging for it like simps do. He's not saying, oh, baby, please have sex with me. No. Well, forget you. I'm not going to want to talk to you no more. No, that is not what he's saying. That's not what he's saying. That's not what I'm saying. All we both saying is this. If it is a possibility out there that you want to have sex with that woman and you throw it out there, if she accept it, fine. If she don't, move on. What is so hard about that? What is difficult about that? I don't understand it. But then again, when you have a beta male attitude, then
to skip over is where you just said the men you're talking about. I don't know LeBron James' situation with how he slept with what's her name, Savannah or whatever. When you talking about the guys that you saying that their wives made them wait. So as soon as I hear that, I know that they submitted to her on her timeline. You see what I'm saying? They gave her an instruction. They wanted something. She did not want to do it, which is fine. Like I said, a woman has that right. But what I'm saying is the fact that he kept going, now he's chasing a woman. He submitted to her on her timeline to get the box. So he's a submissive man. And those dudes are confused. So those are the same guys that will say that they want submissive women, right? So I don't agree with the rhetoric where you said a guy will sleep with a woman and say, oh, she gave it up to me fast. She must have did this for everybody. That's a weak way of thinking. If a woman don't submit to me and sleep with me when I'm saying, whether it's the third date, fourth date, first date, I'm discarding her because she's uncooperative. So for me, those guys, they reward women who disobey them and they submit to them. For me, I give girls place in my life that sleep with me the first night. You're not no thought because of that. That's good. The girls that tell me I'm not that type of girl, I know she a liar because she did it with somebody else and she's just trying to do that to me. So why would I submit to her?
For your experience, that's fine. But there's a lot of good, beautiful women who do not have sex on the first date. So don't say every woman. You could say women that you have come across, and that's what you attract. So that's fine. I'm not here to judge. I can't talk about. I'm only gonna use celebrities because we all know celebrities. So FYI, okay? I don't know the timeline of LeBron James and Savannah James, so we'll move forward. So, but we do know Russell Wilson and Sierra did not have sex right away. So,
oh my God, not using Russell Beta Wilson as a talking point.
That's bullshit.
Not using Russell Beta Wilson as a talking point. Let's hear what she got to say about Russell Beta Wilson.
Russell Wilson is a weak man?
Yeah, he's a beta male, 100%.
Well, I think women, you should all want beta males because if
they should.
Hold on, pause. If Russell Wilson, a man who is a family man, very, very successful. Has no problem making his wife feel appreciated and loved because she brought, I want to say, three of his children into this world. Ladies, just start praying for beta men. I don't care what you call the adjective to be, but any man that thinks Russell Wilson is less than is the type of man you should not want to date. That's a sad guy. Because that's the type of
Wait a
man
wait a
that's the type
minute.
of man that
Hold
most
up.
men
Hold up.
should
Hold
strive to
up.
be like. There is nothing. This
Heck
man
no.
is a whole.
So she literally is encouraging women to go after beta males.
Beta.
She literally encouraging men to be beta males and simping out for women.
Wow, you didn't really have to do all that. That was so kind of you. So I have this special song just for you.
Just for you.
I just wanna be a beta male for life. I know I'm trying to eliminate that shorty's strife. Everything just feels so right. I am never gonna stop simping at all.
Y'all gotta stop simping, man. And stop listening to these women to encourage you to simp. God damn it.
guy. Like, married to the woman that brought his children into the world, but yet and still, he's a beta man. So you think Future is probably better than Russell Wilson, do you?
Yeah.
Future, who has, okay, so you, in your mind, Future is a better man than Russell Wilson.
In the context with Sierra, not the whole.
I'm asking you because you call Russell Wilson a beta man. So you think
he is. He with Sierra, he's been a beta male. He's submitted to her, so she runs the
I'm asking
relationship.
you about men right now because you say men are.
Oh, this part of the show, she kind of dropped off. She lost connection. Let me fast forward. Get back to the conversation. Give me 1 second. I think it's right here. All right, here we go.
I'm talking about men in period. So you think Future is a better man than Russell Wilson?
I don't know Russell Wilson or Future as a man to answer that. I can only go off the context of the situation.
Well, hold on. You don't know the men that I know, and you call them weak. So how come these men are more famous? You can make more. You can make more assessment for the famous guy.
No, I know because you said that they followed the woman's timeline to get the box. They submitted to her, so I know.
Okay, well we know. Hold on, pause. So we know that Russell Wilson followed Sierra's timeline, and we know Future did not. So that being said, you have that information on both. So do you have a higher regard for Future over Russell Wilson?
In the context of that situation, 100%, yes.
So a man that married a woman that had his children is less of a man than a man that has 8 children by different women all around the world. You as a dating coach are saying that you have a higher regard for Future over Russell Wilson.
And that's you're conflating two things.
I'm not conflating anything. I'm asking you clear questions.
Yeah, she literally sent up her moving the goalpost with that whole Future thing. She literally is. And then on top of that, the whole argument with added Future to the mix don't have nothing to do with what they was talking about earlier in this conversation. But then again, this is what Kendra G and these type of modern day women do. They always try to move the goalposts. They always try to use the exception to the rule and everything. Now, I stated this earlier during this podcast. I stated that there are 2 different type of people that are out there. There are people who want to be in monogamous relationships, such as myself, and there are people who want to be in poly relationships as well too. You know what I'm saying? I'm that dude. I can't do poly relationships at all. Period. I can't do it. I cannot handle it. But there are men out there who can handle it. To be honest with you, there are women who also could handle being in them type of relationships as well too. It is facts. It is how the way it is. But we can't sit up here and just say that it's a one size fits all for everyone in their situation. We can't do that. But that's what Kendra G is doing in her argument. She's trying to make her anecdotal experience be a one size fit all when that ain't the case at all, period. It ain't.
It's hilarious. It's
No,
hilarious.
we're talking about the scenario with Sierra. With Sierra,
it's not about Sierra. No. You talked earlier. You were judging men, saying how they were following women and that these are weak men that go by a woman's timeline. These are the things that you said.
Yeah, that's Russell
So
Wilson. He's a beta male. Yes, he is.
okay, so you would teach more men to be like Future over Russell Wilson.
In the context of that scenario, 100%. Yes.
So you would okay. So we got to give all the context of the scenario. Future also has 8 children by different women. What's your thoughts on that? By going by your teaching.
There's nothing wrong with having 8 children by different women.
Why is that funny? Why is that funny? I don't understand. I don't understand why is that funny? That's weird. That's so weird to me. Real quick, y'all. Real quick. Let me do this real quick thing. We'll get back to the last part of this conversation. All right. Once again, appreciate everybody who tuned in to the stream right now. I appreciate y'all a whole lot, man. Look, we got like about 50 something people in the building right now, and only got like 14 likes, man. Hey. Let's get them likes up, man. Let's get this likes up, man, because I'm giving y'all some good quality content, regardless if y'all agree with me or not. But y'all can agree that this is some great content that I'm producing. So let's get the likes up, man. Let's get them likes up. I appreciate y'all tuning in to the stream. I appreciate those of y'all who are catching the replay as well too. And I appreciate those of y'all who are sharing out the stream as well too. What we're doing right now, we're reviewing the latest Kendra G stream. She had a debate with a content creator. His name is Young and Disciplined. You could go and check out his channel. He is one content creator, and all the good stuff as well too. All right, so we are reviewing this content, and we first get to the final part of this particular content. All right, and DJ Torch, let me tell you how we roll over here in the lounge so you can understand. All right, I appreciate your comments and different things like that. I appreciate the dialogues and all that good stuff. I do. I really do. But however, how we roll in the lounge is that I don't drop links for people unless I decide that I'm going to drop the link for that said person or persons. All right. So whenever I see people want to post this up here, talking about drop the link, bro, drop a link, trying to get me to drop a link, 9 times out of 10, and my moderators will tell you this, 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to drop the link at all, because at the end of the day, I don't allow people to tell me what I should do with my said platform. If I decide to drop it, I will. If I won't, then you're just going to have to sit there and listen to the conversation and chat. I'm just being real with you, all right? So, respectfully, of course. All right, so let's get back to the content.
Oh, child. Well, this is so funny to me. This is literally funny. It's literally
Salute El Cheapo.
It explains the current state of how men date. And, hey, I mean, it is what it is. It's hilarious to me that
Are
you
we
would
able to
actually
read the
have
questions? Or no?
It's hilarious that you think there's nothing wrong with having 8 kids by 8 women, and you would put them on a higher regard than a man who is building a house and a home for his family. But hey, I mean, that explains it all. I mean, it literally explains it all to me. Explains it all. All right, I think we had to go. I mean, it went out, but some of these questions
we could just answer the questions because we keep going on. If you're okay with that, I'm being respectful of the platform, but if you want to,
I run this over here, boo.
Yeah, of course, 100%. Yeah, this you.
So you can sit back and enjoy the questions that come to you.
Yes, ma'am.
There were some questions that went out because the thing went out, but they're on my phone. So Muscle March Fitness says, DM, God said, get that ninja off the show. Oh, that's when we went out. I'm going to try to read them from my phone. They're not all there. Okay, D Green says, he doesn't live up to that name. He's far from sexually disciplined, then has the nerve to speak on God. Matthew 26:41, watch and pray so that you will not fall into temptation. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak.
Is that a man or a woman that said that?
That was a woman.
Yeah, I mean, look, I probably wouldn't even smash her. So if she's saying talking discipline, I wouldn't even give her nothing.
Okay. Coffee Killer said, The beta males are every female's friend zone list. If a woman want a submissive man, check your inbox. So a coffee killer might be agreeing with you.
No, that's facts.
Shay, Russell over Future. Next. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I had to laugh because the fact that you honestly think a man that has 8 children, some that he won't even claim, some that he won't even be in their lives, has a higher regard to a man that actually is doing all that he can to keep his family together and showing a black successful family, that is just laughable to me. Like, but I mean, but it explains it all, but it's very laughable to me.
If I'll say this, if I was Sierra's age and I done been ran through by guys like Future, I congratulate her. If I was her, I would have tried to get a Russell Wilson too. You get to control the relationship, you get money, you get all the praise. I mean, that's almost like the sprinkle girl
Right. What
fantasy. I
is
would
it?
do.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And the thing about it is that a lot of modern day women they go for these type of beta male simps. You know what I'm saying? Because they know they can control them. They know they can manipulate them. They know they control them. They know to get them to do whatever they want to do, as long as they use their body as a leverage. So yeah. I agree. And the sad part about it is that that's the reason why there are a lot of beta male simps who are married right now, to this day, where they simp allowing their wives to control the relationship. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Where y'all wives use this rhetoric talking about what's mine is mine, so what's his is also mine too. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Y'all say that all the time. And the dude does be agreeing to that. Be agreeing to that. So
Okay. There's been so I feel like there's so much ego talk in this control, control, control. Why is it control if a man is looking for a woman that has certain characteristics that he can build a life with? Like Russell Wilson talked about, when he's looking for his wife, he was looking at when his father was dying and how his mother was by his father's side during these moments of a man who can't do anything because he's literally dying. But because he chose the right woman to have a life with, she was there. So those are things that was really important for him. And those things kind of have to be vetted via character. So it's just, I mean, you have to be who you are, but it's just laughable to me that to you just put that as a beta male opposed to a man who is seeking a life partner that is going to be loyal to their situation. But I mean,
No, he's loyal to her situation. I would bet pretty much everything I have, which is probably a lot more than the people in this chat, that Russell Wilson is miserable.
Baby, how much money you got in the bank? Because you keep thinking you so rich, honey.
I don't think I'm so rich. I don't think
Because
I'm
no,
so rich.
well, you just said something about you probably got more than the people watching. You don't know who. I'm trying to be real kind with you. You don't know what these people got in the bank, and I'm not saying that you're not successful. I know you can be successful on the internet, but you talking so big talk like you got tens of millions of dollars in the bank, and if you do,
I
I
don't.
would be surprised. Okay, so please calm down with the income bracket because I don't think you matching everybody.
That's
And
fine.
that's just
That's
giving you
fine. Yeah.
yeah,
I'm
so you don't
completely
gotta
fine.
do no slide. I got more than everybody watching. I don't know if that's the truth.
To be fair, I said probably, but yeah.
And then also earlier, I don't even know how money got back into it because you said you don't use money to rate anything.
Yeah, that's just me. Just being boisterous as a human. But
Okay.
I got you. I'm with you. I'll tone it down.
Stacey Bay said, "So are you forcing women to have sex with you? Are they even into it? Sounds like they're just laying there."
No, any girl that sleep with me, I mean, they can't get enough. It's amazing, and I don't make nobody do nothing. I just tell them what I want to do. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. I'm gonna go leave the date, and you can go home. And the girls that want to do it, they do it. Like I'm all. See, people gonna get me wrong. I'm all for female autonomy, freedom of choice, feminism, all of that. I would give women a lot of the same advice I'm talking about on this perspective of men right now. Like I don't think there's nothing wrong with women sleeping around and discarding guys if they want to do that. I don't think that's bad. But go ahead.
One thing I will give you that although I disagree, I appreciate your honesty, right? So you're being honest, you're not lying. I don't think you have a hard time. I think I host, like I said, I host a dating show. So I already know what it is. And you have a lot of the aesthetics that women say they want. You tall, even though they always talk about dark skinned men, They date light skinned men too. They do that. I mean, I know. So I think you are attractive enough that you are not convincing, and you don't gotta like convince your girl to sleep with you. She wants to sleep
Yeah, I
with you.
don't
She
do
wants to
that.
sleep with you. So I'll give you that. I do. Okay, I do have to move on, but all these. I was looking at the questions from before that went away. Um, I think this might be new. Let me see. Let's see what we have right here. Christina Small said it takes at least 3 months for HIV to be detected. HIV has skyrocketed. Chris Coca on the app. Oh, that's her name on the app. Do you ever think about those concerns of, I know you say you're being safe with using condoms, but things can happen. Like, do you ever wonder about that? Are you requiring them to take STD tests before you have sex with them?
Yeah, yeah, I do.
But how? That's impossible.
But
You
not.
said on the
I was.
second
Yeah, I was
date.
going. Yeah, I was going to say if okay, so it just depends on the scenario. But just to keep it real simple, if it's like a one-off thing, I'm very meticulous with the certain questions that I ask. Like I have a very detailed vetting process for casual hookups, for long term, and I'm pretty much impenetrable. Like nothing's gonna happen to me. I know all the risk I'm taking. I know how to protect myself from it, and I know exactly what type of women I'm dealing with because I done did this over and over and over again. So I know exactly, what I'm saying, what I'm vetting for when it comes to sleeping with somebody.
So to be
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I totally disagree with him on that point because that to me that sounds foolish. Because it's no way possible for you to have that much of a vetting system to the point where immediately you're requiring a woman to do a STI test right then and there. Most women is not going to agree to that unless they like really really attracted to you, and on top of that, they're not going to agree to spend money on that if they know it's just a one night stand anyway. So yeah, that right there, yeah, I don't agree with him at all on that. That's kind of ridiculous to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand that part. The only way for that to be possible if he literally have a timeline with these said type of women where he get to meet them, then it's about I say at least about a month or so later, then he decide to smash them. But if it's a one night stand, then yeah, that's impossible for you to do that. To request a STI test unless they already they did it in the past and they present it to you. I don't know, but yeah, that sounds kind of weird.
clear, because the only way you're gonna really know this is if they've taken a test and they show you the paperwork. I highly doubt that's what you require. I
No, I
highly
don't. I
doubt.
don't do it every time. No, no, I'm with you. I don't do it every time. If it depends. So I have two ways I bet. If it's casual, like a quick hookup, there's a certain thing I do there. If it's somebody that's going to be more consistent, like I'm going to see, even if it's just like a FWB type of situation, I'm going to see you consistently. Those are the girls I get tested. If it's just like a one off, then as long
But you
as you
can get,
pass
but you
certain.
know, one off, you can still
No,
contract
no,
something.
I'm aware, but I'm telling you that I'm not, I ain't got nothing. I done been with over 60 women. I ain't never got nothing.
You've been with 6 women.
I said 60, over 60, 60.
Okay. All right. I don't even know where my questions were.
Hey, buddy said he been with 60 different women. Hey, real quick in the chat, y'all. Do y'all believe that body count matters in a relationship? Once again, do you believe that body count matters in a relationship? Do you believe in that? Because I believe that with some men it matters dealing with the woman, but with women it necessarily don't matter with the men. But what do y'all think? What do y'all think? Do y'all think body count matters in relationship? Put it in the chat because I'm not curious to see y'all feedback on that.
Let me go back. Let's wrap up this whole interview so we could at least do that. I think we did. You did the Kendra Cam. Okay, we got to this. How we got here? Because you had a sex on Thursday. Okay, so it's the three flaws. What are three flaws you have to work on?
Uh, I could probably be more attentive just in like conversation. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I got ADHD, like I'm diagnosed, so sometimes my brain just drift off. And I found that in my marriage or different relationships, that can be a problem. So that's something I try to actively work on. Like I'm in therapy for stuff like that.
Okay. You have two more flaws.
Uh, Another flaw, like in relationships or just in general.
Relationships in particular.
Okay. Um, nah, that's really it. I mean, I'm pretty honest. I feel like I do everything pretty much right. Like I don't do anything wrong by any women I deal with. I'm very nice and considerate, and I do good things for the women that do good by me. I very much believe in the philosophy of you got to give to get. So
Really? You have to give? Okay. So I have an outside question. So you talked earlier, if a guy wants to have sex on a second date and the woman says no, she has the right to say no, but she's uncooperative, and you suggest he leaves her.
yes, yeah.
So do you think if a woman ever says no to a man in any scenario, she's being uncooperative and the man should leave?
From I would say this for most things that happen in the very beginning, I would say yes, but there is some nuance to it. Like, if you are asking a woman to do something that's extreme, I would say it's a sign of high self-esteem and confidence if the woman told you no,
Give
because
me an example of that though, because I would think
okay,
having sex on a second date is extreme. So what would be an example of something extreme?
okay, so like, if you just met a girl, right, and you told her to give you $300, this your first date or second date, right, and she said no, I would tell the guy that the level of cooperation that you're looking for from the woman, you would have to match her in your provision. So it's kind of like I told you, I run everything like a job. So it's like, if you got somebody that's you paying them minimum wage and they just like a on the floor worker, you can't have them doing managerial type of responsibilities with no extra pay, no change in title, no upgrade in benefits and position, and expect them to do it. You see what I'm saying? So that's basically what I'm saying. You can't give a woman instruction to do wife duties, taking care of your house and things like this, but you're not taking care of her. You're not giving to her as a husband. It would have to be, you got to give to get. You know what I'm saying? But telling the girl to show up on a date, for example, at a certain time, wear a certain thing, if you want her to come back to your spot, things like this, that's very normal in the beginning. If she don't do those things, you don't get 100% cooperation and like the typical basics, then yeah, she got to go.
I agree with being on the date on time if y'all agree to meet each other opposed to you picking her up. But I'm trying to listen. So you're saying, well, if it's an event, like let's say it's a black tie event and it's like, okay, we're dressed, we're going to a black tie event. But let's say it's not that type of event. You're saying he should be able to pick out her outfit?
Yeah, if you give her like a light instruction, like the girl I'm about to meet, and I do gotta go soon myself. Well, I'll be there about 12. That's because we meet at a bar. But I told her to wear a certain green dress because she sent me some pictures, and I said I like that one. I was like, wear that when I go. She was just like, okay, yeah. Like I see consistently between women that's fine. Like that's nothing that deep. So if she can't do that, like if I show up on this date and that girl wearing something different, I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna still talk with her, have my drink because I'm a man of my word. I said we gonna have a drink. After the drink, I'm gonna say, I hope you have a good night, and it was nice meeting you, and I'm never gonna talk to her again because she don't cooperate. She can't follow instruction.
So if she doesn't wear the dress you suggested for her to wear it when you go see her, it will be the last time you see her.
Yeah, absolutely. Unless she says, because what a woman will do when they're interested is she's gonna say, "Hey, I didn't wear that dress because of XYZ actual reason." She's not just not, you know what I'm saying? She would say something about it. So if she did that, like, oh, it got messed up, it was dirty or something, that makes sense because I'm not irrational. But I'm talking about just not following instruction, resisting following my lead of where I'm trying to get it to go. I'll end the day quick. I'll go on a date with a girl, and if I tell her to come sit closer to me and she don't do that, I'm gonna end the day. Like I ain't gonna end it right there. Like get all mad. I'm not mad about nothing. That's her right. I don't. Nobody can make me angry. Like I'm fine. I'm always at peace. I just know that. Oh yeah, if you can't listen on the small level, down the line trying to be my wife, like the stuff you was talking about holding it down. I know she can't do that. She can't even listen to this. Why would I keep her around?
I mean, I don't want to do any.
All right. So I wanted him to finish his dialogue on that because I'm curious to want to know how y'all feel about his perspective on this. Now, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. His point about like the woman choosing an outfit and she wears another outfit, that he's leaving her because of that. To me, that's way too extreme. But I understand where he's coming from. Would I do that to a woman? No, absolutely not, because it's not that deep. Now, when it deals with the important stuff, like, say, for example, I'm out planning for a date, right? And it's the same scenario. We need to be at this certain event at this particular time. If the event starts at 8 o'clock p.m., we need to get there at least about 10 to 15 minutes prior before the actual start time of the event. So, of course, me as a man, I'm giving out detailed instructions of what we need to do. The event starts at 8 o'clock. We need to be there 15 minutes prior. I need you to be ready at this certain time so we can get there on time. There is nothing wrong with providing that type of instructions for that woman. Now, if she sit up here and make up excuses, she sit up here purposely be late and stuff, right? And she tell you that she's a late person, then you don't need to be with that woman, period. You don't. Because she don't respect not only your time, but she don't respect time, period. Then on top of that, it is safe to say that even when that woman is out in the corporate world, right, that same type of woman be late for work all the time. She knows she got to get at work at 8 o'clock in the morning. Here she is getting up at 7:45 to get to work at 8 o'clock, and she got a 30-minute drive to get to work. That's bullshit. Well, you should be responsible enough to get up and go to work on time. Same thing with dealing with relationships and dating stuff. If there's a certain particular time frame that you need to do things, then you need to do it. Period. It is what it is. Because even in relationships, there's a hierarchy. There's things where if you give instructions, it needs to be followed. Period. Now, we can safely say that it could go both ways. And I could agree with you on that. There may be a certain time where a woman will want to do something for a man. She just set up a particular time to do this for this man. She say, hey, we got to be here at this certain time, and I need you to get ready at this certain time. Guess what? That dude have to abide by that. If he don't abide by that, guess what? That woman has every right to no longer be in a relationship with that man because he don't follow instructions. It's just that simple. Now, the other part, this other stream, like I said earlier about the dresses and all this stuff there, I don't agree with that unless in a hypothetical situation, right, there was going to an event that requires a certain dress code. Then that's different, like a black tie event. That I can understand that you have to wear a certain type of outfit or a certain type of dress so it could blend in with the surroundings. So I get that. But other than that, if it's just some random place you're going to, no, that's too much to me.
More debates, right? So it is what it is. But it almost seems like your opinion or your instructions have to be followed. If she has, I don't know, that's what it sounds like. So
Yeah, it does. It does.
But a woman can have a better thought than you. And if you're unwilling to listen to her better thought because you have to be in control, that's not a teammate, that's a dictatorship. So we're not talking about the same things in that way of holding somebody down, because you could pick a woman that follows everything you say, and then if something happens to you, she don't know how to lead because that ain't the kind of woman you picked. You picked the woman that has to have you do everything. So what happens when she got to figure it out?
So just to answer that, like I told you, I'm very rational. So like but this is my thing. A woman has to. So most dudes are in the mindset they trying to do things to get women. Most guys think game is about getting women. I teach the opposite of that. Game is about having an effective game plan to get what you want. So I put women in position to do things to get me. Now, once you get into a spot, you've been consistent, 3 to 6 months, then at that point, you've earned the right to make suggestions and tell me stuff. And I'm not a type of guy that's like, oh, you told me to do that. Oh, I'm submitting to her now. Nah, if you've been around for 6 months following my program and you tell me something that's beneficial, I'll listen to what you're saying. I'm not a dummy. You see what I'm saying? But a girl that I just met, I don't owe her no right to listen to what she's saying. I said I want to go to this place at this time. If a girl make another suggestion on where we gonna go or what we gonna do, I'm never gonna talk to her again. That's just what it is. You got to earn the right to make suggestions in my life, because I already got my life is good as it is. I'm looking for somebody to add on and be a helpmate to what I got going. So
well, let me jump in.
Has
you
to follow my program.
Okay, but what if there's a woman that's further along than you in what you do? Because you say you want a woman that you could create content with, right? So let's say she got better connections than you. She's been doing it longer, more followers. So her suggestion can lead y'all into a better situation. But you're already saying you're unwilling to take her suggestion because it's her suggestion. You literally just said this. If she's
No.
not doing what you want to do, you're not doing it. That's literally what you just said.
So you got to hear what I'm saying, Miss Kendra. I got you. I promise. So this the thing. That is so for my life, right? Being a content creator and the stuff you saying, that is my program. So what that woman would be doing in the scenario you gave is she's giving me a suggestion, right? That's helping my program. That's still under my leadership because I told her, right, that I'm trying to build XYZ with with content and things like this. So she's giving me a suggestion that follows after what I'm on, right? But now if I met some girl and I'm telling her my diet is good, and she's over here trying to tell me what to do when it comes to diet, and I'm not asking for help, or let's say I don't even care about diet, then I'm not gonna listen to what she's saying, because now that's going outside of my purpose and my program. That's for me. So as long as it falls under that umbrella, then we good. But to be honest, yeah.
Well, we'll wrap it up. Why?
See, and here's another thing too. That we could use the double standard narrative about this too. Women are the exact same way. If a man is not on a certain type of program, right? Guess what? They're not going to listen to that dude. A dude could give a woman concrete instructions on how to handle a situation. If that woman is not agreeing to that, she's not going to listen. She's going to do what she want to do, period. And that's another reason why a lot of relationships be in a disconnect the way it is right now. It's because of that disconnect that I'm telling y'all about right now. When the person give you a certain type of sound instruction, and here's another thing too. This modern day generation, right? Whenever people try to give you direction and stuff, right? They equate that as being toxic. They equate that to that being a person who's trying to manipulate and control you. But if that person is literally giving you sound advice, then you should abide by it, regardless if it's a man or woman. Even right now, even on the street right now, I know that people don't agree with everything that I say, and I get that. I understand that. Nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, there are certain things that I say it do be truth behind it, regardless if you agree with it or not. But that's how the way relationships be, where even when it be certain truths that be spoken out there, sometimes people, they be up in their feelings and they don't want to agree to it just because they up in their feelings. They know what you're saying is right, but they want to be right. They want to be correct. And they'll literally sit up here and lead the relationship into hell because they want to be right. And once again, that goes with both men and women, because both men and women could be narcissistic. Both men and women can be toxic. Both men and women can be egotistical as well too. That's facts. Facts. But let's wrap this up, y'all.
Why would a woman? This is the last question, honey. Why would a woman be lucky to be with you?
I mean, that's just like, I feel like that question answers itself, but for the purpose of it, I'll answer it. I mean, I could talk about external things and stuff like that, like most guys do that talk about high value. I got all that. I don't care about that. What I say is this: my internal value, my mindset, the way I think, the way I move. A woman submits me and following after me, that'll be the best decision she made. Even girls that I don't deal with now, they always come back talking about how I elevated them in their mindset and their lifestyle and things that they do. It's a lot more to just the sex part. We focused on that one a lot, but with me, everything is elevation across the board. So even girls that don't stick with me, I make them better for the next dude they deal with. I don't ghost girls. I tell women why things don't work out, you know what I'm saying? And they come back I had a girl not that long ago come back. She got a boyfriend and she told me that the advice that I gave her helped her with that guy. Now, actually, I ain't gonna say that. Well, no, it ain't her name. She still was trying to cheat, but that's just, that's another thing. But my whole point is I help women, so if you experience me, whether it's short term or long term, it's gonna benefit you more than reading probably 100 books.
Okay. All right. Well, the time has come. We had a great dialogue. So, excuse me. Are you on the Kendra G singles dating app?
Yeah, I'm on there. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, the time has come. We had a great dialogue. So, excuse me. Are you on the Kendra G singles dating app?
No, ma'am, but I will get on there. I only got on here today because my mother watches you a lot, and she sent me the link. I didn't. Yeah, I've
Okay,
known who you
what would
were,
your
but yeah,
name be on the app, sir?
probably YND, Young and Disciplined, or just D.
D. Okay. All right. Well, download the dating app, Kendra G Singles, on your iPhone or your Android phone. Create your profile. Listen, I disagree with you on a lot of things, but one thing I would give you, any woman that dates you, she has the full book on you. So one thing a woman can't say is she didn't know what she was getting into. So
Absolutely. Which is
there
what
you
she
have
won't be
it.
able to say with 99% of dudes, because most dudes lie. So that's just the truth.
Okay, there's truth to that too. I'm gonna give you that point. A lot of men do lie in order to keep women around. So I'm not gonna disagree with you there. So the one thing I'm gonna give you is any woman that reaches out to you knows exactly who you are. So we'll leave it at that.
And she has the freedom of choice.
Yeah, I mean, if she reached out to you, she did it knowing that. So create your profile. Have a good day tonight.
Thank you.
All right.
All
All
right.
right.
All right, so that's the end of that conversation, y'all. So, how y'all feel about this whole interaction? Do you agree with Young and Discipline on perspective about relationships? Do you agree with Kendra's perspective on this? Do you agree or disagree with my perspective and take reacting to this? Y'all let me know what y'all think in the chat. Yeah, DJ, this video, this was from Kendra G show last night. So all you gotta do is go to a show last night and you'll be able to pull up the one video. All right. And also, DJ, you also mentioned earlier in the chat that you said that your mind on debating me and stuff. Like I don't run for debates neither. You know what I'm saying? I don't. People who know me, who literally rock with me, they know good way I don't run from debates at all, period. But the other thing about it is that, when I'm running my show, I run my show a certain type of way. And one of the main things that I do respectfully is that if I decide to drop the link with my show, then I'm going to do it. If I'm not going to do it, then I'm not going to allow people to demand me to drop a link. That's just not going to happen. And I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure you're a content creator, you know what I'm saying? So even as being fellow content creators, right, we have to have certain type of control over our shows, okay? We can't allow no one in our chat to dictate the control to us what we should and shouldn't do, because the moment when you do that, right, is no different from what this young man is saying about submission, is that you're literally giving your power over to people. So that's why I do on my show. I be the example for every content creator on here, so they know how to run their show properly. You know what I'm saying? So if I decide to drop the link, I'll drop it. I don't care. I have no problem with doing it. But I'm not going to allow people to demand me to do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that is. But yeah, but all means, you know what I'm saying? I'm a debater. I'll pull that. I will pull up to your show. Matter of fact, at the end of the show, I will most definitely sub up to your channel and show you some love over there, bro. Real facts. That is how I roll, man. That's how I roll. But salute to each and every last one of y'all who are tuning in and watching to the stream as well too. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this whole interaction about it. Now, there are a lot of things that he said that I do agree with him on for us dealing with relationship, because I talk about it all the time over here, but I just say it in a different way versus how the way he said, you know what I'm saying? There are things that I don't agree with him, what way he said as well too, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. You know what I mean? So y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Those of y'all who are here right now, if you're not sub up to the lounge, I don't know what y'all waiting for. This is what we do all the time over here, where we have these thought-provoking conversations where I do reaction videos and also I give you my perspective about it, whether or not you agree with it or not. And another thing too that I want to let y'all know is that notice how the way the chat is flowing with my shows. My moderators have an understanding that they allow people to rock on and rock out. You can say what you want to say in the chat, no problem. Long as we abide by YouTube community guidelines and standard. That's it. That's all I ask. Is just abide by the YouTube guidelines and standard. You can say what you want to say. There be times where I literally troll you as well too. But it is what it is. You know. Do I hit panels? Yes, I do. I do. Absolutely, I do. There are content creators who are on here right now. They'll tell you that I'll go on panels and have conversations with people. Sure do. No problem. No problem at all. But This particular show, I'm just not doing it because I'm just reacting right now. I just not know hit the link show. Now, if I end up dropping the link, this show gonna go way longer than where I needed to go. You know what I'm saying? Now I have other things I have to do. That's the only reason why I'm not doing it. But I put it to y'all this way. Since this particular conversation was very engaging, I'll do this. I'll set another live another day and we can have an open panel conversation about this. No problem. But all I ask in return is that you go ahead and sub up to this channel and you like as well too, and we'll get the conversation started too. All right. So how about that? How about that? But other than that, thank y'all so much for tuning into the show. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. And also those of y'all who are catching the replay of the stream as well too. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this as well too. Y'all let me know how you feel about my perspective on this. Let me know how you feel about Kendra's perspective and Young and Discipline perspective as well too, y'all. All right. So other than that, y'all have a wonderful Sunday and I will see y'all again on the next episode. Peace out, y'all.